Then play. Yeah. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
Hopefully we get big crowds down here.
We're just going to check comms.
Let's head down to the sidelines now and catch up with Brooke Rusco.
Yes, I can hear that. Yep. Awesome.
Back to the road. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair what you think you thought.
A very good evening and welcome to the North Shore. GJ Gardner Holmes, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa coming your way. The Kahu and the Queens. It's a top of the table clash. Looking forward to this one. Justin Nelson and Casey Frank with you in the house. It's a big double coming your way. Really looking forward to this. It's top of the table, Case.
It really is, and Northern Kahu have been defending their home court and everyone else's home court with a lot of quality this season. But the Tokomanawa Queens have the skill and have the will to get the upset today.
Well, let's have a look at the starters for the Queens in this one tonight. Beck, Chagas, Gustafsson, Nard and Trosdal. It's been a big week for the Queens. They won 2 games in round 5. Of course, this game is the start of round 6.
Yeah, you love the way that Chagas is playing, but if Jamie Nard can get the scoring upper hand on her compatriots on the other squad, that will go a long way for this Queen side.
Let's have a look at the starters for the Kahu, and aren't they flying? Unbeaten in the inaugural season. Tapia, Ledger Walker, Cox, Reed and Grace. That 3-guard front, awesome.
And just essentially a 4-guard front since they've inserted Terrell Reed into the starting lineup. The pace they have now is undeniable. It will be difficult for the Queens to keep up, but if they can, they got a great chance of the win.
Let's have a look at the officials for this one. Sharon Martin, Shelton Harris and Danielle Couge. And we're not too far away from a start to this one. Been a big week for the Queens. Couple of big wins. And now they take on the best in the business in this inaugural Tauihi season. We are underway and it will be the home team with the opening possession.
Well, Talia Tupaya, a great scorer as she is the last few weeks. Her facilitation has been what's impressed me. The ability to get her teammates involved and those pinpoint passes has been fantastic.
Chagas, one of the best in the business when it comes to steals this season. She gets the opening shot, a little bit too deep, but a good look.
Oh, they're coming with the running game right at the Kahu. It's going to be fast-paced, as we can tell early. Up and down we're going to go.
Oh, Stella Beck busy on defense. Terrell Reed took out the signage. Explosive stuff early in this game. Jamie Nard on the turnaround. What a start for the Queens, just what they needed. And I'll tell you who's in amongst it, sitting courtside with us tonight is Brooke Rusco, and it's pretty good atmosphere down there already, Brooke. Good evening.
Good evening. You're pretty good. Look at this. It's starting to fill out here. We've got superstars. I'm sitting next to a couple of them. They're in the same family. Dame Valerie Adams and Stephen Adams are here as well. And the crowd is filling in, like I said, and I cannot wait to see where this one goes.
Great to have Steve Adams in the house, and he wants a clear view of the court, and why wouldn't he? Because it's been a good start, 2 apiece.
He's just here to watch a basketball game, support the family. He's got a couple of, he's got the sister out there playing, and she'll be coming in off the bench later. The pace right now, though, between these two squads, I did not expect the Tokomanawa Queens to come out and try and counterpunch like this. I thought they'd try and slow them down.
Well, that's a great pass from Tara Reid to Talia Tupaia. Excellent work by the Kahu.
Got to be so worried about Tupaia coming off for that handoff. Instead, the backdoor cut gets her open.
Jamie Nard's been busy early. Aggressive drive to the basket.
Just really looking for Talia Tupaia on the backdoor. The good use of the up fake to clear the space before the fake. And on the other end, Jamie Nard determined off the dribble today, really pushing the pace, attacking the rim. Saw the mid-range shot drop for her earlier, and this time earning that trip to the Rosine where she strokes the first one.
Number 4 in scoring in the Tauihi, just under 18 points a game. 84% from the Rosine, 2 of 2. And we're all tied up again early in this one. Late Saturday evening game, big doubleheader. Coming up a little bit later on, the Tuatara and the Saints. How about the pass from Talia Tupaia?
Well, she has really opened up that aspect of her game with this faster lineup. I think it's because of the movement around her. Great cut by Cox, great delivery for the finish.
Number 3 in the league for assists, Tupaia. Here's Chagas. Busy as ever. Trosdell inside. Gustafsson wants it. And they'll turn it over here. An errant pass. Not what the Queens need. We've seen it a few times early in games this season, Casey. If the Queens don't look after the ball, it can certainly be to their detriment.
That's an easy recipe to follow. Keep the ball in your hand. You got a much better chance. Tupaia just setting the table for her teammates. Marta Grace can't quite get the finish.
Yeah, Gustafsson, the Swedish international, right there to meet her at the basket. That's a good matchup.
How about the physicality here in the first quarter? Both teams not taking a backward step.
There's a foul underneath here on the rebound. It'll be against the Kahu.
And Gustafsson really needs to punish this Kahu team inside. In particular, when Madison Wolf isn't on the court, they've got the size advantage, they've got the strength advantage down low with this quicker lineup, and they have to punish the Kahu on the glass because of it.
Early going in this one. Gustafsson was open there for a moment. She gets it now. Hands it back to the Argentinian. Back now with Gustafsson, busy underneath. Good defense.
Cox with the steal. That's what you have to do against a bigger player. Throw that double, make it difficult to finish.
Here is Michaela Cox. Sky Sport Tall Ferns star for so many years. One of the best that New Zealand has ever produced, Michaela Cox.
And showing that skill this season, the pairing with Ledger Walker, Tupaia in the backcourt has been a sight to behold at times.
And here she is, right on cue, looking inside for Grays, out to Reid. Long shot is good.
Tauihi Reid has found so much space in that corner with this faster lineup, and she is just ready for the catapult, catch and shoot. What a quick release to find that space. Kahu already in command with a 5-point move.
They're out early. This is what they do. 9-0 on the season. It's been a dream start. Gustafsson usually good from that range, makes no mistake.
A really nice cut and flash up to the high post, had the space, took the shot, and they're gonna need more of those to go down, keep those percentages high to keep pace.
Talk about downtown, Tupaia.
I like the activity of Gustafsson though on the glass as well, taking advantage of her skill set.
And she's the number 3 rebounder in this inaugural season. Jamie Nard. Well done, Stella Beck, to keep it alive. Here is Gustafsson, gives up the 3 ball to Chagas. Wasn't too far away. They're going to get another opportunity.
Multiple offensive rebounds on one possession and great looks coming out of it.
Gustafsson fakes the handoff, goes to work herself inside the paint. Lots of contact, no whistles, and I don't mind that early in this one. Let them play.
Yeah, put them away for a bit, let the teams test each other out like the early rounds of a fight.
Here's Marta Graves. Where's the foul? She's off to the Rosine.
And the deep catch in the post is what gave her that opportunity. Look at the seal here on Trousdale. Josie Trousdale just can't get in front, can't force her off the block, and because she gets that catch so deep, it's an easy turn and finish. The contact absorbed, and a chance for the three-point play at the Racine.
And if you thought the Queens had a busy round in round 5, they head to Taronga tomorrow to take on the Phi. So back-to-back games on the road in round 6 through the hands of Gustafsson.
A couple unforced errors already. That is the 5th turnover for the Queens up to this, or the 4th turnover for the Queens up to this point. Just too many against a team that feasts on the change of possession like the Kahu.
Here's Ledger Walker. Was questionable coming into the game. Good to see her out there. Turnover there for the Kahu. There she is, Crystal Ledger Walker. Just under 9 points a game this season. Nard. These days, when she's not traveling, living in Dallas, Texas. Originally out of Portland, Oregon. She may get it back here at midcourt. Loose ball. Chagas comes in to help out.
Great hustle. Can they capitalize?
Beck, hot pass inside for Gustafsson. They keep it alive. Nard from downtown. Why not?
Oh, the secondary trailer there. Love the patience by the Queens. They have to show more of that. They don't want to force these passes. That's where the turnovers are coming from. Take what the defense is giving you.
7 in the game early for Jamie Nard. Ledger Walker, quick hands. Michaela Cox. Reed on the baseline is fouled by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson just a little late with the positioning there. Good physical play, letting the Kahu know that it is not going to come easy on the interior.
Young Paris Mason onto the floor for the Queens for Josie Trusdell. Keep an eye on her matchup. She's a great young defender.
Oh,
I'll tell you who's a great shooter, though.
Michaela Cox. But
Michaela Cox.
I'm not going to lie, what I had my eye on was the contact underneath between Talia Tupaia and Jamie Nard. There's some physicality going on. It looks like part of the strategy for the Queens is to get physical with her underneath. Look at the shot from Cox. Might have just had a toenail on the line there. As Talia Tupaia heads to the bench, I like that move by Coach Jody Cameron. Give her a little bit of time to blow off the steam and come back in under control. Solid screen by Nard. She is being physical out there today.
Yeah, she's got that side to her game. She's also scoring well early in this one. This time draws the defense, hands it off to Florencia Chagas.
Oh, great job by Jamie Nard, drawing the double team and having the awareness of when it's dropping down. Chagas wide open, no one in her airspace. A beautiful make because of it.
Here's Cox again on Chagas, leaves her behind, goes hard to the basket.
The Tokomanawa Queens are doing an excellent job of making things difficult in the paint.
Oh, Nard on the pull-up. Where's the foul? She's off to the Racine for the 4-point play.
Jamie Nard is looking locked in early in this ball game. She is absolutely on fire early. 10 points of the 15. A chance for the 4-point play here as Marta Graves gets too much of the on, doesn't give her space to land as well. The Queens are flowing offensively and the match the Kahu early.
From the coloured stripe, converts, hot start. Not just for the Queens, but for their superstar import, Jamie Nard, and she's after it again. Ledger Walker hangs on to it. Here's Olivia Berry from the corner. Very, very nice.
They have been setting their shooters up in that corner so nicely early in this game. The passers know exactly where to look when those defenders sag into the middle.
Hot shooting, both ends of the floor. Early in this one, top of the table clash in the GJ Gardner Homes. Tauihi, Nard with another look, heads up play by Grace Hunter.
Unbelievable show of balance and timing there to grab the rebound, throw it off her defender in the same motion, retaining possession for the Queens, who have the upper hand in their level of physicality and play right now.
One of the rising stars from Porirua, Grace Hunter. Look at this for a matchup. Chagas, Ledger Walker. Everyone clears out and lets them go to work. And going to work indeed for Florencia Chagas.
Well, it found her space and let it fly. Decent defense, but better offense as Chagas and Nard are both looking very comfortable.
Well, the scout is, do not leave Michaela Cox unattended outside the arc.
I mean, is this game being played on a lounge suite? Because everyone's comfortable out there. Look at the shot by Michaela Cox. No space needed for the make.
This is a hot game. Nard draws the foul. She's back to the Racine.
And a little bit of complaining from the Kahu, believing there was a off arm being used to clear the space. Here's the drive and the kick. Or sorry, this is Michaela Cox earlier, coming off the on ball, a bit of space, and then here's the drive by Nard, throws that elbow. Bit of contact with Tara Reed. Can't get the finish, but 2 attempts from Luzine now.
Pick 13, 2018 WNBA draft to the Las Vegas Aces. Jamie Nard, well-travelled, only 26 years of age, but has already played in Israel, Russia, France, Italy, Turkey, and now here in New Zealand.
Makes 2 there, ties it up as we are off to a brilliant start offensively. 20 apiece with 2:11 to go. The shooting is undeniable. The Kahu at 67%, the Tokomanawa Queens at 50.
Here's Michaela Cox, somehow found Ledger Walker. Ends up with Hunter.
Reed just couldn't hold on to it, but I like the crash by the Kahu. Got to keep on it.
Nard again. Was she fouled? No whistle. She'll pick herself up.
Well, she felt that contact, but then went to a bit of a fadeaway instead of going straight into it. I think if she would have forced the issue, the whistle might have come her way again. Instead, Kahu ball going the other way.
Well, the Queens come out of a game on Wednesday night against the Hoi Hall where there were 50 fouls called, Casey.
That's a lot. That's a lot of whistleblowing for the refs. That must have been a tired one after that.
But I think the players will appreciate the fact that they've got a chance to go at it here. Paris Mason with the reach.
Hit the ground hard after being shedded by Marta Grays. Here we see it in the post and just loses her footing. Goes down pretty hard. Doesn't appreciate the call that highly, but it'll stay with the Kahu.
One of the young stars of the Tauihi, Paris Mason, a triple Kiwi representative across 3 different sports. Quite amazing. Here's Hunter. That may have come off her own leg. It did.
Great hand by Marta Grays there, defending off the help side, chasing her player, but just getting that hand in, forcing it off the knee. Another turnover force. That's number 6 for the Queens.
20 apiece. Round 6 underway in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, and he is one of the stars of the league coming up short on the long shot, Michaela Cox.
Well, she felt she had a lot of space because Florencia Chagas got caught up in the screen, but an excellent job by the help side defender on the screener, stepping up, making sure that's not an easy look.
It is hard to believe, Casey, that this is the first time she's been able to play on home soil in 14 years outside of Tall Fern's representation. Oh, Jacinta Beckley.
Well, if you're not going to guard me, I'll just go ahead and pop the jumper. Not afraid of letting it fly herself.
Now, there's an offensive foul that's been picked up here. It'll be against the Kahu.
Did not see exactly. It's on Olivia Berry there, away from the basketball. As you see the drive by Reed. Didn't see what happened with Berry in the corner there. Maybe not Berry. Sorry, got the wrong number wrong on that one, but definitely a foul on someone.
So the visitors leading this one by 2 as we tick towards quarter time. Great pass, Beckley to Grace Hunter.
Oh, beautiful delivery. Beckley knew exactly where to put it, right in the shooting pocket for Hunter, who drills it.
The top of the table team being tested early. Big rebound and nearly a great finish for Marte Grays.
The Kahu don't want to get this lead too big, this deficit too big, but the Queens are not giving them a choice.
We're going to get the last shot here as well. It may come from Jacinta Beckley. Great step around to the left. And how about the finish from Jacinta Beckley? Some big points from the Queen's number 3 to finish the quarter.
What a finish by Jacinta Beckley. Her influence off the bench huge. 56% shooting for the Queens in the first quarter.
And they lead this one by 8. It's been a lot of fun so far. Don't go away. Second quarter coming right up. Welcome back to Eventfinda. Entertaining opening quarter here in the Tauihi, and it's the Queens leading by 8. Hot start, good shooting, and I know one person will be very happy with what she's seen so far is Queens coach Tauihi Tupu. Coach, you must be very happy with that opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we actually nailed some shots and that we were running our sets. I just feel like this game might be like this the whole game. So I think we just got to get used to that pace and the tick-for-tack plays and, you know, keep doing our framework and doing those things that we know we could do well and not have a bit of patience, you know.
Coach, you've had plenty of patience. The shooting has been undeniable in the first quarter. But I'm interested in the way you guys are counterattacking their running with speed of your own. Are you going to keep up that pace the whole game, or is there some point in this that you're going to want to slow things down a bit?
We might. I mean, I think we've got bench now that know their roles and know they have to come in and give our starters a bit of a break and contribute.
Thanks very much, Coach. Tauihi Tupu there. Queens leading this one. Early stages of the second quarter. Always appreciate the time of our coaches. Foul there.
Sorry, Justin, but I just really like the way the Queens are moving on offense. They're not static for very long. There's cuts away from the basketball. There's hard screens. They're moving all over the place.
Well, Brooke Rusco, quarter time, was having a listen into Jody Cameron. Brooke, what was the message for the Kahu?
She was nice and relaxed. She said, this is okay, this is fine. We kind of need this at the moment. A couple of things that they can work on is let the ball do the work. They need to slow them down in transition. Queens are playing at a pace right now, and they're just getting out-muscled a little bit. But she said, this is fine. We need this. Let's go out and win this quarter.
Thanks very much, Brooke Rusco, courtside for us tonight as Tara Reid weaves a path to the hoop.
Well, early the Kahu were really concerned about the jump shot. Now they're attacking that rim with regularity, finding some success there to counter this Queens attack.
Here's Gustafsson. She hit the last basket for the Queens. Pass inside, finds the Swede, who's called for a travel.
Interesting. Didn't think she had the ball in her hands long enough to get pinged with that one, but it's going to be an interesting battle with Madison Wolf now in the game. Marta Gray's on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Probably won't see a lot of her here in the second quarter. So a lot of that interior defense is going to come down to Wolf, who's probably the stronger in the category between the 2 imports for the Kahu.
Here's Tapia, and I was about to say that came off the foot of Madison Wolf last, but that's not the way the officials saw it.
Not too much argument out there from the Queens, so.
And to be fair, they're a little bit closer than us.
A little bit, slightly. Do they have better vision than you, Justin?
I think a lot of people in this world have better vision than me, Case. Thanks for pointing that out. Here's Crystal Ledger-Walker, back of the iron. Nard will clean it up for the Queens.
Well, you don't see the quick penetration as Gustafsson can't quite get to it. When you don't see that quick penetration from the Kahu, the Queens are doing a nice job of sagging defensively, closing down some of those lanes, but still being able to go out and challenge shooters when they get the catches.
Here's Wolf handing it back with Cox now. She's been doing a fair bit early in this one for the home team. She thought she was fouled there. Queens come up with it. Nard on the attack, hands it back. Chagas, a little bit deep. Jamie Nard everywhere at the moment.
5 offensive rebounds already for the Queens, attacking the glass.
She's come to play. Going in on Michaela Cox here. Turnaround is sweet.
Just recognized the mismatch immediately, took her right down to the grindhouse to post her up. Cox game defensively, but just cannot affect that fadeaway.
15 in the game for the Queens. Superstar Jamie Nard. Kalahi Falou somehow searched once, searched twice, and in the end found an opening.
Well, Jasmine Kilahifulu, look at that footwork there, taking that physicality. Looks like she's going away from the basket, but comes right back to it, finds another bit of contact, gets the N1 and a chance for the three-point play from the Razini here.
And converts from the Razine, brings it back to 5.
Just the second free throw opportunity for the Kahu this evening.
And I think they average more trips to the Razine than any team in the competition.
Look at Nard post up against the guards in the paint. Teammates can't find her, but she's got a huge advantage in the post against Barry.
There's Chagas now. She pulls up on the jumper. Beck keeps it alive and somehow makes it.
The activity of the Queens on the glass is being really difficult to keep off. If they're not scoring it, they're getting those second chance opportunities. 9 misses. They've gotten 6 offensive rebounds back.
Cox inside on the reverse. She's done that, Casey, once or twice over a stellar career.
And she's got to stick with that reverse because of the length inside, challenging those shots, using the rim to protect the basket.
She's keeping them in the game at the moment. She's got 12. Great pass. Chagas, how's the side on that to Stella Beck?
Once again, moving without the basketball. The team is not static. Kinetic motion everywhere. The Queens so active early.
Tapia, who's been well held so far in this game. That matchup on Jamie Nard.
Miscue there for the turnover, the 5th of the game for the Kahu, but Talia Tapia is getting a lot of attention early in this one. She's not getting a lot of looks at the basket, just 2 shots up to this point, 1 for 2, and that is not what you'd expect out of her. 2 points so far and just 1 assist. Needs the ball in her hands a bit more often.
Also with 2 fouls at the moment. There's Chagas, dumps it back for Gustafsson.
This is a clinic. This is an offensive clinic by the Queens. They are a well-oiled machine. I love the way they're executing in the half court.
Definitely looked like some happy feet there from Olivia Berry at first that went unseen.
Queens shooting 61% from the field, 63% from 3, and 100% from the free throw line. This team is locked in, rebounding the Kahu 16-5 at the same time. The only blemish is the 8 turnovers, but I don't mind it because of the aggressive mindset that's being rewarded with their style of play right now.
And I think inside the Queens camp, Casey, that win over the Pauakai this time last week in Christchurch was a bit of a moment for this team. Big work there from Kalahi Falou. First of all with the offensive rebound, but then the power to go back up and draw the foul.
And I like the fact that she didn't kick it outside. She knows they need buckets. They need to get to the line. Getting this team in foul trouble would go well. We see the strong rebound behind Nard there. Great hands, and then straight to the bucket. Stella Beck gets her hand caught in the cookie jar there. Kalahi Falou cannot hit the first from the line. But we'll have another attempt here to try and cut this lead to 8.
Queens out by 8. Midway through this second. There's a Turnover for the Queens. Gustafsson looking for Chagas. And Chagas is about 180 centimetres tall. She needed to be about 210.
Just an unforced error. You don't mind the aggressive turnovers, but it's the unforced errors like that that'll kill you as a coach. The 9th turnover already for the Queens.
Here's Ledger Walker. She'll go from deep. And it was halfway down. Berry on Nard. Loose ball. No whistle. Everyone stopped. On we go now. The Queens back.
Nice transition defense there. They scrambled. They were able to slow it down, but Chagas now from the point of attack.
Off for Jamie Nard. She fires away. A little bit short on the shot. Berry with the rebound. Quick transition. No, she slows it down.
But they don't have their quickest lineup in the game right now with Wolf and Jasmine Kelahifulu on the court at the same time.
No, I don't think Michaela Cox will be sitting for too long. Here is Kelahifulu from the short corner.
Solid
well
defense.
off.
Foul by Kelahifulu in transition there. But I like the defense from Chagas in the half court, cutting off the drive for the larger player, using her physicality as a guard. So impressive being able to force that miss there.
The international nature of the Tauihi in its inaugural season is quite amazing when you read through where these players come from right across the world. Good hands from Ledger Walker. And she's got a chance back the other way in heavy traffic. Gustafsson was able to deflect the ball to Hunter.
Love the transition defense from the Queens early. They're taking away those opportunities.
On the turnaround, Grace Hunter. Nard will fix it all up though, and she adds another 2 points.
Showing unbelievable instincts offensively right now. Her 17th point of the ball game to go along with 6 rebounds.
Wolf, heads up play, knocks it out to the corner. Kelahifulu, not usually her space.
Well, this lead is looking like it's going to have a chance to stretch with these two lineups. The Queens look stronger of the 10 on the court.
Gustafsson working hard inside at the moment. Chagas. Hunter, slick pass, big finish, Gustafsson.
Queens are taking advantage of every mistake. Just a little bit of space on the switch there, but Nard found it with the pass. Gustafsson with a brilliant finish afterwards.
Let's see if the Kahu can respond through Ledger Walker. No.
It has gone cold. They were 4 for 6 from 3 at one point, now 4 for 10 after 4 straight misses.
Top team being tested. Here's Nard. She's been the chief tester, and she's back to the regime.
Well, her recognition offensively about who's Gardner has been brilliant. When it's a bigger, slower player, she is putting it on the floor and taking him from the perimeter right to the cup there. You see Kelahifulu does not have the foot speed to stick with her, and when she's got the size advantage, she is straight to the post. She is dominating right now. 17 of the 42 off of her hand. What a fantastic start. 7 rebounds to go along with it.
Yeah, they've been hot, haven't they? They're out by 12. We've got a timeout in this one. Just inside 3 minutes to go in this opening half.
Try the one, go to the lane.
Here's Jodie Cameron.
No, it's a foul trouble. Hey, hold the screen and roll. You're staying and staying and staying. And when you roll, you're with the guard. You want to split them, okay? Move the ball. Don't worry about it. Let's just start again from here. Get some stops. Our defense and box out is no. No one's carrying hands. We're reactive. Our eyes are down. Be assertive and push them where you want to push them. On the offside, they're getting the screen action. Dribble hand off here, and they're going the extra. You have, when you do one action, you've got to carry a hand. On strong side, you stay home. Everyone's coming in. Come on.
So just plenty of words of encouragement there from Coach Jodie Cameron. Fans in the stands enjoying this one. There's a few Queens fans here as well, Case.
And the capital travels, as always. Wellingtonians unite to support their sporting teams, and the Queens are building on the excitement that's being built in this crowd, playing great basketball right now. I love the pace, I love their execution. 10 turnovers the only thing they need to worry a bit about. But man, they are just so focused. Love the way they're playing offensively.
And it won't just be Queens fans travelling here tonight, also Saints fans. Of course, part of a big doubleheader. Tuatara and the Saints to come after this, and there's lots of stories in that game. Chris Johnson back for the Tuatara, and there's a 41-year-old stepping back on the boards tonight. By the name of Kirk Penny.
I've heard of that guy. We'll talk about him later. I've had him. He's not bad, though, not bad. How about the defense by Gustafsson inside? Takes the bump, and the ball as well.
Michaela Cox back into the action for the Kahu. Beckley had a big finish to the first quarter, and effective straight back on the floor again.
Jacinta Beckley has been brilliant off the bench, limited minutes, but too perfect from the field. She's touching the ball in other areas, rebounds, assists, love the drive. Right now, just the mindset of the Queens, they're just looking for mismatches. If they have a speed advantage, it's on the floor. If they got a size advantage, it's into the post. They're doing an excellent job in those recognition spaces here in the first half.
And Beckley missed both of those games in round 5, Casey, through illness, so this is her first game back. And she certainly added some spark for the Queens off the bench.
Second foul on Tara Reid there.
A little bit deep on the first from the Razine. You know the Kahu are going to come. We've seen it a number of times this season when they have been down. Gustafsson may have got it back here. She has.
Great hustle, tracking it down, tipping it off as well. Impressive.
So you know they're going to hit a patch at some stage.
I don't know, maybe. The way this Queens team is defending, they seem to have the upper hand. The scout is on point. If the Kahu don't start hitting some perimeter shots, I don't think they're going to have to adjust things that much either. Kick ball there by Talia Tupaia. Reset the shot clock to 14.
Tupaia at the moment, who is obviously one of the leading players in the competition. In fact, she ranks 3rd for points, just 2 points in the game.
What a scout. They have a great mindset to keep the ball out of her hands.
Florencia Jugas, that is just delightful to watch.
It just comes off the screen. Wolf does not have the foot speeds to stay with her, and she gets to just waltz down Main Street for the finish. Stretch the lead to 16.
And a massive first half by the Queens. Here is Wolf handing it back to a player who is very good from that spot, Michaela Cox.
Look at the speed and counterattack. Just a little bit too fast on the accelerator for Jamie Nard. I love what she was creating prior to that. The turnover's the only thing that's keeping this relatively close. That was number 11.
Jamie's mum and sister are here from Texas tonight, just sitting nearby our commentary position. Great to have them here in the country. They're having a wonderful time. Had a good chat to them before the game. Here's Queen's captain Stella Beck. She's got some space here and may get the roll.
That kind of night for the Queens. They are on fire. 60% from deep. Lead stretches to 19.
And they get it back again. Chugas with the steal. Off they go. She's got some numbers with her. She'll go it alone. Beck keeps it alive. Just getting a hand on it there to Tupaia. That forces the turnover.
Frustration from Tara Reid. He ends up in the foul offensively on Grace Hunter there. The Queens are just looking so well drilled right now. Good on both ends, completely locked into personnel. Position on the court. That is foul number 3 for Tara Reid. Joins Marta Grays on that number in foul trouble. Talia Tupaia also sitting on 2 fouls.
And just controlled defense, Case.
That control is a great word for what the Queens are doing right now. They are completely and utterly under control in this ball game. And both ends of the court, they're not stressed. They're not flustered by the defensive effort to the offensive skill set of the Kahu. They are in their zone, playing with a lot of confidence and putting themselves in great position to get this dub.
I think that's the 4th kicked ball of the quarter.
Olé.
I know
Or is it
the
Pele?
Women's World Cup is coming here in the near future. Harris Mason into the action. Chagas, we know she can shoot from long range. How about that?
And now she's in double figures with 12 on 2 for 3 from deep. You cannot drop your hand. Otherwise, it is a triple for sure.
Hot night for the Queens, just reaching in there, Hunter.
And this is the first time this season I have seen the Northern Kahu be sped up like this. They are not comfortable on the offensive end of things right now. They are struggling to get to spots with a little bit of airspace. We're not seeing any open looks. And we've got a huge lead from the Tokomanawa Queens on their opposition's home court.
24-10 second quarter. The rebound count is 25-7. Here's Michaela Cox, loses a handle on it. Good enough to get it back to Tapia. How about the crossover?
A deke this way, a deke that way. See you later, drop the bucket. More of that needed.
Best move of the night for the Kahu, and it comes at a time when they are searching for some confidence, because this one in the opening half, ladies and gentlemen, has belonged to the Tokomanawa Queens. What a first half by the visitors. They're in some sort of form at the moment, and they lead this one at the half by 20, already over 50. Jamie Nard has been a star. Let's head down to the sidelines. Brooke Rusco has got Tara Reid with him.
Yeah, we're going into halftime, and this is kind of like unfamiliar territory for you guys. Down 20 at halftime. What adjustments do you need to make?
Yeah, I think it's our defense. Our pace offense is pretty good. We just need to slow them down, stop being collapsing on the ball, so we need to stay on shooters and stuff like that.
Is this kind of what you guys need? You're 9-0 at the moment. You guys haven't really been tested like this heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. You know, it's going to show what we're made of and stuff like that, but I feel confidence in the team that we're going to, you know, come back, so yeah.
Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
And we welcome in Jamie Nard. You have been on fire in this first half. You're looking amazing. You guys are up 20 in the first half. You've kind of got this look in your eye at the moment. Did you feel something coming into this game?
I mean, nothing in particular. Just want to come out and play hard. Obviously, we have a few things we can adjust going into the second half, but just want to come out and have fun. Basketball is a simple game. Sometimes we overcomplicate it. So.
You look like you guys are having fun. You're currently up 20. These guys are great. They're 9-0 for a reason. How do you make sure that you win the second half?
Be aggressive, limit our turnovers, and I mean, I think we've done a good job on defense. I think there's a couple of moments where we gave them open drives, and we don't want to do that. If we're gonna win these tough games, and we have to get those little things together. But offensively, we're playing well together, moving the ball, and it looks good so far. We have to get another half, though.
It does look great. Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Justin?
Well, she's been a star in the opening half, Jamie Nard. The Saints are in the house, so too Stephen Adams. And I reckon Big Steve would be happy with what he's seen from the Queens in the first half. They're out by 20. Hello, hope you're having a great night. We'll have a look at all the stats to halftime right after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back to Eventfinda. And the Kahu with some work to do at the half. There they are, getting the messages from Coach Jodie Cameron. You can see Michaela Cox sitting on the floor there, and she'll be having a few words as well. But it's the Queens. They're out by 20. And boy, they've been impressive, Casey.
It's completely impressive. The effort has been phenomenal. The stats we'll go through in a second. But it's all about their mindset, offensively and defensively. They are the aggressor. They haven't taken a backward step. It's not about the Kahu. They're not playing poorly. They're just not matching the awesomeness of the Queens in the first half.
And Jamie Nard has been an absolute star. Pick 13 in the WNBA draft 2018 to the Aces, and she has come out on a mission.
And look how she started the fadeaway, the deep three, that N1 on the triple, doing it from deep and doing it in the post. When she has the advantage, she's straight into the grindhouse. Great on the glass as well. She's got 9 of those, doing it all.
And of course, Michaela Cox, we know the class of this star tall fern. And at the moment, she's doing everything she possibly can to keep the unbeaten Kahu in this game. They've got some work to do.
She found some space on the perimeter and doing a nice job with the drives, especially with Tauihi being held under wraps. She has to carry that load.
We'll have a look at these stats, Casey. The shooting performance of the Queens, and how about those rebounds?
Well, the shooting's one thing, the defense is another. That might come and go. That defense has been stellar, but it is the rebounds. Look at the difference in the possession game there. 25 rebounds, 8 of those offensive. They've only missed 12 shots.
Incredible.
They are dominating the physical categories of this ball game, despite the efforts of the Kahu.
And here's who's leading the way, Jamie Nard. We spoke about her, and Florencia Chagas has done some really nice things.
And she, just on the side, she's not dominating possession. She's not forcing the action. She's finding the options when they come to her.
Here's another look at that hot shooting at the moment from the Queens. Gustafsson, Chagas, Nard, the 3 internationals, all getting involved. And the rebounds, we spoke about them. Wow.
There's so few rebounds for the Kahu. Might as well be no. They got 2 total, 8 for Nard. Fantastic effort from the Queens here in the first half. If they dominate possession on the glass like that in the second half, this is no chance the Kahu can come back. They have to change that stat.
So 1 half down, unbeaten the Kahu. They've got a massive job ahead of them to keep that winning run alive. It's the Queens by 20 at the half. Second half not too far away. We'll see you soon. It's been a royal first half for the Tokomanawa Queens. They lead by 20 over the Northern Kahu. Second half not too far away. Brooke Rusco's been floating around, and I think he's found some very special guests who are here tonight from the other side of the world. Brooke.
I have. I found some very happy customers here tonight. Jamie Nard's family is in the building, coming all the way from Texas, and the way she is playing this first half has been unbelievable. Roasting it for 19 points. They're up to 52 as a team, and man, this is tough, you know, for the Kahu. It's very rare for them to be in this position, and Jamie Nard's been a huge reason for that. But, you know, there's a reason that they are 9-0 as well, and how can they turn this one around in the second half? Time will tell.
Great stuff. Brooke just down there talking hoops with Jamie Nard's mum and sister. Gotta love it. Good start here for the Kahu. No, on the miss.
Love the execution, though. They got the shot they wanted. It's all about the finish. Talia Tupaia still looking to set teammates up.
There's a chance for the Queens back the other way.
The effort on the glass, though, it is relentless. They are not letting the Kahu relax at all in that aspect of the ball game.
I wonder how long Jamie Nard's mum and sister will put up with Brooke sitting beside him.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He's got that suit on. Could take a while.
There's Tara Reid on the reverse. Chagas, another rebound for the Queens.
Kahu playing solid offensively, creating good looks, but man, they got to start making it so to dig into this lead.
And what a lead it is. Very impressive from the Queens in this one tonight. Trosdell, ball on the floor, shot clock down to 2, down to 1. Chagas with the late shot. She thought she was fouled. In fact, she probably was on the run back down the floor. She needs to pick herself up now.
A little bit of a trip. Foul on the baseline. Yeah, sorry. Michaela Cox. I do appreciate that the Kahu are staying on the rim to start the second half here. They haven't gone back to the three-point shot, which went away from them just a bit. Still a solid percentage, but they have to put pressure on the rim. And this Queen side, they want to get in some kind of foul trouble so they could negate the aggressiveness that they have defensively, because they are the aggressors in every aspect here so far.
Do you think Brooke has updated the Nard family on his stats as a player?
He normally keeps those quiet. They weren't as good as you think.
Early stages of this third quarter. Don't forget Tuatara Saints to come after this, and we've got plenty of news to bring you up to date with the Sal's NBL Final 6. It's been a big day, so stick with us. More on that a little bit later on. Right now, though, Jamie Nard, ladies and gentlemen.
The way she can go between skills, the quickness on the drive, the shooting, the post-up. She is such a skilled offensive player, really finding her form. There she gets the foul on Talia Tupaia, and that is going to be her first personal, despite her level of physicality.
Yeah, and a little bit different from the first half where the players were allowed to play. We've seen a couple of early fouls in this quarter already. How about that? Getting the Queens off the floor, Michaela Cox.
Nice play, well run. She found the space, but that's been a few opportunities left wanting here.
Pass, Chagas inside, Gustafsson. A little bit off balance on the shot.
The defense has picked up, the offense unable to convert at the same efficiency early in the second half.
Reid attacks the basket and gets the roll off the glass.
Finally gets the bit of a shooter's touch after being shut down for a while. I love the attack once again. They need to stay aggressive. The Queens still up 20.
Truesdell inside, Chagas on Ledger Walker. Good battle.
And we're seeing the Queens just go a little bit away from that motion offense that was creating things for them. trying to work the one-on-one possessions. They got to continue to work the defense of the Kahu.
Tapaya, can she get this team going? We know how good Talia Tapaya is, one of the best in the business. Have a look at this.
Oh, look at the hesitation in there. The up fake that brings it back down to let Nard fly by, then showing the soft touch on the finish, cutting it to 18. Coach Tanya Tupu, she's seen enough. She wants to nip this in the bud before the Kahu get going any better.
On the big, trying to force it in. Okay, we don't need to do that. Okay, keep moving it around. We're getting down to the shot clock, getting down to 5. When it gets down to 5, we need to get everyone cleared out to the baseline, get Jamie the ball or one of our guards, and we need a high on ball, okay? But everyone's got to go drop to the baseline, okay? We need to get down into some spots, and then we need to get a high on ball here so that we can go downhill, okay? Defensively, containment, okay? What did I say?
Well, Casey, I think Coach Tanya Tupu very much echoing your thoughts. Just get back to what we were doing, move the ball around, bring that screen up, look for the pass, make it work.
When you're getting that kind of efficiency offensively, you do not go away from what's working. And players tend to get that big lead. You're like, all right, let me just go to my skill set. Let me eat a little bit here. But it's been the variety of offense that's been going through. And that's why they've been able to build this lead. They need to keep it going.
Brooke Rusco, what do you got for us?
They're going to try something different now, the Kahu. They're going to jump into a bit of a zone, which is kind of expected. They really need to slow the pace of the ball down, though. The Queens are playing with such a pace at the moment, so they're going to send 1, maximum 2 to the boards. If you're not on the boards, get back on defense. I'm going to set up the zone.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because we have seen the Queens come unstuck a couple of times this season, Casey, against the zone.
The question is, will it happen today? They've got their eye in. 7 for 12 from deep right now. They may have been able to get that rhythm shooting the basketball. Could be a tough ass to slow down.
Speaking of long-distance shooting, Nard with another triple.
Notch up 24, just too much space. You have to be with arm's distance. Hand down.
I don't know what it is about you, Casey, but it's almost as if the players are listening to you out there. You've just got that uncanny ability to make things happen. How do you do it?
I mean, I've seen a game or two. there's a few in the Rolodex.
Jamie Nard, now that would have been a great finish on the dime looking for Gustafsson. Here's Michaela Cox back the other way. Inside the paint, good hands from Beckley, and the Queens come up with it.
Great activity, the counter push, where they put it on the rim to slow it back down.
Gustafsson inside, makes room for herself, and just doesn't get the finish.
Unlucky on that one, well delivered, but a turnover coming the other way.
And this is where the Kahu just need to settle things down.
And haven't seen them jump into that zone just yet. Might be saving that in their pocket, but time is getting short. They're gonna have to get moving sooner rather than later.
Here's Chagas over the top of Michaela Cox. There's a foul. And the Argentinian is off to the Racine to have a look at 3 shots.
Well, Chagas has been looking for that whistle to go her way for a while. These will be her first free throw attempts of the ball game, and she's got 3 of them. Just guarded a wee bit too closely by Michaela Cox there, not giving her the space to land as she discusses things.
Drafted in 2021, Casey, by the Indiana FIBA at just 20 years of age, Florencia Chagas.
She's got game, you can see why. The ability as a point guard and as a scorer, undeniable. And I love her fire. I don't know if you've heard this, but occasionally, apparently, South Americans can play with a little bit of fire.
Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, has been playing professionally since the age of 15. At the 2018 Under-17 World Championships, Florencia Chagas became the first player in history in the Under-17 Worlds to record a triple-double. That is the class of Chagas.
That is a good early start for a hooper. Triple dubs do not grow on trees.
And the Queens are now out by 24, game high margin. Kahu, 9 straight wins coming into this game. They've been showing up so far here tonight. Here's Michaela Cox. Can't get the roll. Nard with the rebound.
Good
Heavy
effort.
collision.
Good effort there by the Kahu, but the defensive supremacy of the Queens right now is undeniable. The Kahu are just getting so few easy chances. Look at the defense of Gustafsson there, controlling the glass. Jimmy Nard finding another foul. She is drawing him left, right, and center as Michaela Cox picks up foul number 2.
Nard with 24 points, 8 rebounds. Timeout in this one. There is the star Queens player. This is how the ladder looked coming into round 6. Kahu 9-0. The Queens, after a big week in round 5, 2 wins, moving to 5-4, Casey. And of course, they take on the Phi tomorrow. The Hoi Ho also playing tomorrow against the Pauakai.
The games keep coming. There's not a lot of rest for the ladies as they go from game to game.
We want the up, like, if we are shooting from here, we'll live with that. As we still don't want to turn the corner and get into this area at the moment. So when we're in that drop coverage, stay here, shade it, don't let them get to the middle. We'll get the ball thing down just to try and get middle on us from drop.
I'm saying, you just take, when the ball goes here, you want the other big to take her.
Nice. Yeah. Let's go, ladies.
Queens pretty happy with their work so far here tonight. Of course, Final 4 being played in the wonderful sunny city of Nelson. August 26, the 2 semi-finals. The grand final, August 27. And of course, we will have all of the action right here, Casey Frank, on Sky Sport. And the grand final also live on Prime.
Hoops, hoops, hoops. This is the busiest season of basketball I can remember in New Zealand. It is non-stop. And why wouldn't you watch it? It has been fantastic when you get action like this. I mean, despite this 24-point difference, the effort levels of both teams have been phenomenal.
Here's Beckley. Has made an impact tonight and called for a travel.
Travel call, a little bit surprising as she gets up a little bit slowly, but no the worse for wear.
Not sure if that was a smile or a grimace.
Always a bit of both in there, always a bit of both.
Here's Ledger Walker. Out to the corner. And there she is, Michaela Cox.
The delivery by Crystal Ledger Walker, though, goes with a no-look, looks defender Grace Hunter off so she can deliver it to Cox for the opportunity in the corner.
Can I just give every player a tip? If Michaela Cox is standing in the corner, go and stand with her.
Look at the contact on the screen by Beckley and Talia Tupaia.
Well, at one stage there was more players laying on the court than what there was standing on the court. Here's Tupaia, excellent defense, Beckley.
Well, Beckley is standing up to the challenge, not taking a backward step as they continue to shut down Tupaia.
Nard, Beckley. Tupaia with the rebound. She wants to up the tempo here. Got that look in her eye. Tupaia, she leaves it behind though. Nard picks it up. It's going to bend back up with
Which way is that going to go? Is that
Tupaia.
offensive? Is that going to be offensive or defense? She had that arm flowing the other way. I thought I saw it called 2 different ways.
I think it's going to be against...
the officials are going to talk about it. I think they had 2 different calls out there.
Well, Florencia Jugger certainly let it known that she thought it was a foul against the Kahu. Block being called.
Well, there was a bit of arm contact, and we've seen Talia Tupaia get frustrated at times this season and retaliate. Right now, she's just trying to create some fire for herself and her teammates. She's just not getting the opportunities she would like. Still just 6 shots in this ball game. Decent efficiency on 3 for 6. As we're going to discuss things. Who was that foul on? Call is on Grace Hunter.
Yeah, definitely on Grace Hunter. That was the contact.
Yep. Got to be careful. I guess the questions were, Stella Beck was in the ball game. She's got 3, so she sits down.
Here's Ledger Walker. Been hard going for her tonight. There's a foul inside. Gustafsson with the wraparound.
Good physical post-up by Kalahi Fulu there. Feeling that contact, but not settling once she felt it. Continuing to force the point, get deeper and deeper position, forcing Gustafsson to get the foul there.
Well, with just over 14 to play in this game tonight, Casey, 21-point margin. offensive foul there on Michaela Cox. And Grace Hunter involved again. With 14 to play, what do the Kahu need to do?
Well, it's all about pace for them. With this lineup, they have to find a way to get space and pace, kick that ball ahead, and then fill in behind. If the three-point shot doesn't start dropping for them, I don't know how they make up for it, the way the Tokomanawa Queens are playing. But you got to combine those buckets with stops. You're going to have to string 2-3 stops together, and forcing turnovers and controlling the glass would go a long way as well. So kind of everything.
Everything.
When you're down
I was
21.
about to say, I was busy writing and gave up after about the first 3 minutes.
But here's some of the pace. There's Tauihi, a little bit slow to get up from that.
Foul reaching in there on Jamie Nard. I think that'll be her second personal in the game. Third, in fact, or second? It is.
A second personal foul, that is correct. I love the way she moved her feet, but moved the hands as well. A little bit of a cheap slap is what she gets pinged with. As Florencia Chagas checks out of the ball game, and Josie Trousdale checks back in. She's got 2 personal fouls as well. Foul trouble for the Queens. Gustafsson, Hunter with 2, as well as Trousdale and Nard, and then 3 for Stella Beck.
In the bonus now, so Tara Reid at the Racine.
Reaches double figures with the first one. 10 points for her on the evening.
She nailed a couple of big shots early. That's a good pass. Jamie Nard inside for Truesdell. And she'll get it back from Hunter and fire from deep. Short though.
No, you can't hit them all. 24 points still. Just 3 for 7 from the arc after that miss. Just 1 rebound shy of a double-double is Jamie Nard.
Here's Tapia again, has Nard in front of her.
Her matchup physically on Talia Tapia has been her match physically.
Well, I think Jamie Nard will be called for that, and she'll be disappointed just stepping in there on Tara Reid.
You see the disappointment in her voices afterwards, but that's foul number 3. So suddenly, 2 fouls on 1 possession, and she's in a bit of trouble. Looks like Florencia Chagas is coming in for her now to save the rest of those fouls for the 4th quarter.
I think that's a good move.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to protect her going forward with this 20-point lead.
Reid back at the coloured stripe. She's spent a bit of time there tonight. Well, it certainly feels like she has. In fact, it's only her 2nd trip there.
But only 8 attempts total for the Kahu up to this point. They just have not been getting the whistles when they've driven because of the excellent defense being played by the Queens.
Chagas, Truesdell, Beck, who was very good on Wednesday night against the Hoi Hoi, and that's what she does, Stella Beck. Gustafsson with the finish.
And when you've got players moving and getting in those positions, that's when the easy buckets come. Gustafsson with the cut, Beck with the delivery.
Reid trying to get her team going at the moment. She's been very active the last few minutes.
Roger Walker on Chagas with an excellent matchup.
Truesdell, good hands from Tara Reid, and she's been called for a foul there.
Another one on Reid, and that is her 4th. The 2nd leading scorer for the Kahu.
And she might have to take a break. She does, as Marte Grace comes back onto the floor. So both teams just protecting some key players down the stretch in the 3rd. But still, the Kahu unable to eat into this very good lead set up by the Queens in the 1st half. Kalaihi Fallu with the foul.
Well, the Queens just continue to be clinical in their execution throughout this game. The defense has picked up. The Kahu now down to 37% shooting, 36 from 3, but offensively, the Tokomanawa Queens continue to roll 52% from the field and 53% from deep, 11 for 13 from the Racine as well.
64% shooter from the coloured stripe is Grace Hunter, as she makes both, and that lead out to 23 now. Chagas getting after it on Ledger Walker and coming up with it. Hands it off. Stella Beck. Well, she skipped her way, she stuttered her way, but she got there.
Well, the body control to get that pass that was well behind her, as we see a foul on Michaela Cox on the other end, but impressive effort by Stella Beck. The pass off target, able to still corral it and get the make. Here we see the steal by Chagas, just picking the pocket of Crystal Ledger Walker, and that pass a bit behind that puts in.
4 steals for Florencia Chagas tonight. She's been everywhere.
Michaela Cox has slowed down a bit in the second half, does have 16, but also her first trip to the Racine for the day.
And splits them. Here's Chagas. She'll be headed back to Europe off the back of this Tauihi season. Gustafsson, Truesdell, looking to drive baseline, get position in front of Martha Grays, and she's now fouled.
Well, if that foul's on Grays, I don't think it is. That would be her 4th. Foul is not on Grays. Behind on Fulu from the back. You see her swipe down at it. Josie Truesdale with a bit of foul trouble early in the game, so went to the bench. So she's well rested here in the second half, but unable to hit the first from the Racine.
And of course, Josie Truesdell, another Sky Sport Tallfoon who has plied her trade around the world, in the States, in Australia. Here's Gustafsson, right on cue. Truesdale, she's fouled, and guess where she's headed?
Back to the Racine, but how about the rebounding advantage once again by the Queens? It was 25-12 at halftime. It is now 40-15
Wow.
in favor of the Queens. 40-15 on the glass.
Got to tell you, I don't think I've seen a one-sided count like that for quite some time.
And it's not one player. Gustafsson has 8. Nard has 9. 8 for Trousdale as well in limited minutes. They are doing it by committee. Such an impressive collective effort by the Queens in today's performance.
As Trousdale hits the second there. And it lifts the margin another point. Here's Tapia from long range, just not dropping for her tonight. There's a foul off the rebound here.
No, I think it's just, what is it called? Oh yeah, it is a foul.
Might be Stella Beck.
Stella Beck gets pinged with the foul. That is number 4 on her. You don't mind it, because the physicality is going. Jacinta Beckley going to check in. She's got 3 personal fouls of her own, so she's going to have to be reasonably careful out there.
Tuatara and the Saints coming up after this one tonight. We'll have all the final 6 news and implications and what's going to happen from here.
And just pardon me, Jacinta Beckley, 0 fouls. That's Grace Hunter with 3 just beneath her on the stat sheet that I've been reading incorrectly. Help me out with those odds, Justin. Help me out with those odds.
Well, you did have a go at me earlier on tonight, Casey.
I thought that was a
eyesight.
compliment. Receive a compliment, Justin.
Is that what it is? In a backhanded manner, I like it. Here's Chagas. Has been really good tonight. In the corner. Beckley can't put it away. Here come the Kahu, looking for some inspiration to take into 3/4 time.
Well, I like that they put in Gabriella Adams into the game. Her effectiveness on the glass.
There you go.
Would help as we see the triple come in after Marta Gray's offensive rebound. But Adams has, Gabriella Adams-Gave has fantastic effort on the glass, and her physicality should help the Kahu bridge this gap.
Margin at 20. Chagas, Mason, short corner. Chagas keeps it alive. That's an offensive rebound. There's a foul here, though, off the ball.
It's going to be on Talia Tupaya, who went to the ground but then took out the legs. I believe Paris Mason, didn't see exactly who she took out, but was completely sort of out of the play when she went down, and that is now going to be her 3rd personal.
And it's going to put Jacinta Beckley to the line, and she's been impressive in the minutes she's played tonight. As mentioned earlier, Casey, back from some illness.
Really impressive. Had a huge effect on the game immediately upon her insertion. Right off the bat, she had 5 points, was classy on the glass as well. Hasn't had as much statistical impact since then, but her effort and enthusiasm has been contagious.
The thing I like about Beckley is she spreads the floor really well. So a late shot here in the third quarter for the Kahu. Michaela Cox can't get the roll, and that'll do us. So at three-quarter time, the margin remains exactly as it was at the half. The Queens leading this one by 20. Gee, they've been impressive tonight. Last quarter coming up. Can the Kahu come back? Or does this one belong to the Queens?
Please welcome to the floor. Now, under 15 players, we can be in the open for under 15 national championship. And joining the welcome, the Hara under 15 team winner.
Three-quarter time here at Eventfinda. It's a game that belongs to the Queens. They lead this one by 20. Let's go straight down to the sidelines and catch up with Kahu coach Jody Cameron. Jody, tough night in the office.
It's not over yet, Justin. It's a little bit early, don't you think? Still got 10 minutes, mate.
Well, what in those 10 minutes can you do to firstly overcome the rebounding discrepancy? The Queens are just finding a lot of success on the glass.
Yeah, I think we're just, being quite reactive. And again, here we're not winning anything with the referees, and that's a little bit frustrating for us. And we just got to play above that, obviously. But if we need to win the rebounds, we've got to get more rebounds.
Good on you, Jody. Thanks very much. Always great to catch up with the coaches. She certainly put me in my place as Jamie Nard drives to the hoop. Speaking of the Queens, Brooke Rusco, what did they have to talk about at three-quarter time?
Yeah, just slow it. They're going to slow the game down just a touch as we see a big three there, but it's going to be about discipline from here on out. Push the game when they need it, but if they got the chance to slow the ball down, take the air out of it, they're absolutely going to do that. Also, they're going to try and keep the ball out of the lane as much as they possibly can. Just see there at the tail end of that third quarter that they were getting into the paint just too much. Force them back out, let your help do the work, and on offense, slow it down when you need to, get out and run when you can.
Nice work, Brooke. Well done.
Interesting. That's interesting. The thought process to slow it down. Personally, if I'm Coach Tanya Tupo, I'm saying keep the pace up. Do not take your foot off the accelerator, because when you look to slow down, sometimes you can lose that edge. But with a 23-point lead, you can maybe take the air out a bit, try and just compress the game, make it not last quite as long. But that would possibly give the Kahu that opportunity to get in if they can speed it up themselves.
17 in the game for Michaela Cox. Make that 18. Tara Reid has 11 Talia Tupaia held to just 6, and Crystal Ledger-Walker only 3 in the game so far tonight.
Oh, Gustafsson with a great hand, forcing it off Grays. But, you know, you look at the stats for the Kahu. Not only are they being held on the glass, but you look at the lack of facilitation between players here. Just 8 assists total. Crystal Ledger-Walker leading the way with 4. But this is a team that really is able to look for their teammates and get things going in that assist game. They just haven't had those offenses, been forced to play one-on-one all night.
So the next couple of minutes here, very important for the Kahu. See if they can eat into this lead. Tupaia, hard to the basket, aggressive. It's her style of game. That foul is against Truesdell.
Is it going to be shooting? Is not, is on the baseline. Talia Tupaia is frustrated by the contact. And we heard Coach Jody Cameron talk about they're looking for a few calls to go their way, but it's not going to be the officials that are going to help them erase this 21-point deficit.
Tupaia with 4 fouls, Reed with 4, Grays with 4. So keep an eye on that. Here is Tupaia. Hands it back out to Grays. That would have been handy. Rebound. The Queens get after it again. They've dominated the boards. They've turned it over though, and it'll cost them as Adams Gavay gets the points.
Oh, just sticking to it. They are not taking a backward step now. This is the fire they needed a bit earlier, but as Coach Cameron said, there's still time.
And they've found a little bit of voice as well.
Oh, what a lovely touch pass there by Florencia Chagas. Just dropping it over the top, a difficult angle to get that in. She makes it look easy, earning the foul for Gustafsson.
Stella Beck back into the game. Nard taking a quick breather. I don't think we'll see Jamie Nard off the floor for too long. She has been the star of the show tonight with 24 points and 9 rebounds.
But slowed down offensively in the second half and didn't get only 1 rebound in that third quarter.
There is Chagas. Truesdell. Back to the Argentinian. Back of the iron. Tupaia with the rebound. She's off.
I love the run by the Kahu, but can it be rewarded?
Look who's in the corner. Have a look who's in the corner.
Defender fell down, and Michaela Cox had all the space in the world. I like this timeout from Coach Tanya Tupu. I've seen enough. We cannot give them a sniff. It's 17, but 17 can become single figures awfully quick. Oh, that's a 2. Michaela Cox foot on the line. Unfortunate for her, but nice to see one drop for the Kahu.
Let's head down courtside, catch up with Brooke Roscoe. He's got a special guest with him.
I do. I have a special guest here this evening, and I know you're itching to get out there, Paris Lokotui, and your knee has been, it's been a problem for you, but your girls are playing so amazing tonight. How is it to see them out there like this?
Yeah, no, coming along quite nicely. I think they're getting their rhythm and they're finding how to find open shots, and they're creating good plays for each other. So just happy with how they're performing, and it's turning out pretty nicely.
And how is your knee coming along? Because I know that you want to be out there.
Yeah, no, it's coming along okay. Faster than expected, so hopefully for a quick return on court.
And the big thing for everyone at the moment is Com Games is going on right now, and tomorrow morning our Saw Ferns are taking on Jamaica. How are we feeling about that?
Yeah, really confident. I think the girls are looking really good and in form, and they're picking at the right time, so definitely looking forward for that game.
Well, we can't wait to see you back out there with the Pulse, back out there with the Queens, hopefully sooner rather than later. But it's great to catch up with you, and good luck to our Ferns girls as well. Back to Casey and Justin.
Good on you. Thanks very much, Brooke. Have a look what's coming up tonight. The Tuatara and the Saints, 7:30 p.m. tonight. And I'm really looking forward to that one because Chris Johnson's back and Kirk Penny is set to play, the 41-year-old superstar.
Still got it. Still built like a basketball player for sure. And I got a feeling the stroke might still find the net.
Well, I think it will as well. There's Beckley with the floater. Wow, nice.
She has just been so influential off the bench. 10 points, 3 rebounds, but the timeliness of her buckets has been superb. What an effort for her tonight.
What an effort from Michaela Cox tonight.
Up to 22 points with the left hand, despite some solid defense in her vicinity. she was unfazed on the finish.
And how good was it to catch up with Paris Lokatui? 3 cross-coders, big pass, Beckley to Gustafsson.
Every time the Queens are moving well without the basketball, their teammates are finding them for easy finishes. Gustafsson, the recipient there.
Here's Tapia, draws the foul.
And Jimmy Nard picks up another. That is foul number 4 on her. Went to the bench to protect her. A decision time for Coach Tupu. Does she leave her out there in this matchup? And part of the reason Talia Tupaya has been held under average is because of the defensive ability of Nard. And she doesn't agree with the call, but too late to fix that. What's she gonna do now? Is she gonna stay in that matchup? Because if I'm the Kahu, I am hunting her on every possession.
Still a long way to go in this game.
Now you're sounding like Coach Cameron.
Oh, she'll remind me, don't worry. But it is a hefty margin that the Kahu have to drag back.
Chagas, a one-woman press breaker.
And she's just letting Michaela Cox know that she doesn't appreciate the attention.
Well, I like the mindset from the Kahu. They have to play with an increased physicality if they have any hope of making a real dent into this deficit. Michaela Cox got away with a couple of bumps, but the last one will cost her her 4th personal foul.
Grace Hunter has done a wealth of work tonight. We'll talk about her in a moment. Beck can't get it to go. Gustafsson with the second effort.
And then Adams Gave gets the rebound eventually after the multiple opportunities.
I know she's not out there at the moment, but Grace Hunter is a plus 20 tonight in under 20 minutes. Great pass inside to Paya. There's the foul on Chagas. And Adams Gave is off to the Razine.
After getting a little tied up with the Queen's huddle on her way through.
Always a little bit awkward walking back through the opposition huddle, isn't it?
I think that was purposefully awkward. Gabby Adams Gave is coming through with a physicality as the buzzer blows while the ball's in the hand of the shooter. A little freezing the shooter. Gonna have to give it back here. But that's the mindset that she brings to the court, and I like her insertion. Probably would have put her in a little bit earlier to bring that physicality and counter some of the aggressiveness down low of the Queens.
And they're starting to get to the coloured stripe as well. That's their 17th shot, 18 now on the miss. Nard staying in the game at the moment. Grace Hunter not too far away from coming onto the floor. Here is Jamie Nard. And this time, the whistle goes her way.
Hard foul. Hard foul at the rim. 2 shots for Nard. The clock stopping is good for the Kahu, however, as we see the crash in and Adams Gave unable to contest without the whistle being blown. A lot of contact on that one.
There's Jamie Nard. Nails the first.
And her first points of the 4th quarter. She got off to a brilliantly hot start. 12 points in the opener, 25 total now. Chance for 26 from the Razine there.
Makes the second. So the Queens just continue to hold. Have a look at this from 3/4 time. Stephen Adams in the house. Great to see him out there with a number of young players. Big triple for the Kahu.
Marta Grays. The Kahu have found a lot of success from deep when they've been in that deep corner.
Can the Queens respond yet again?
She loves the ball in this position. Good send with the double, though, to counter.
Chagas for 3. Oh. Yes, indeed they can.
Well, they have just had an answer to every effort of the Kahu this evening, always reclaiming the upper hand.
10 of 19 from downtown, Casey. Here's Michaela Cox. And that's come off the Queens.
Gustafsson affected by the activity of Marta Grays there. Unable to corral the rebound. with 5:17 remaining in the fourth.
They've definitely upped the work rate here, the Kahu, but that lead continues to sit in double digits as Ledger Walker nails another triple.
Starting to find a little bit more success from deep. Back up to 44% now as the miss, and they're pushing the pace once again.
In and out for Nard. If the Kahu can score here, game on. Instead it'll be the Queens, out by 15. But the home team is starting to make their run. We did say that it would come at some stage. They're unbeaten in the inaugural Tauihi season, 9 straight wins. How good has Florencia Chagas been tonight? It'll end up with Stella Beck, in and out. She gets after it.
Almost another offensive rebound, but the Kahu able to corral and attack the other way.
Chagas reaching in there. Jodie Cameron screaming for the foul. Crystal Ledger Walker says, "Don't worry, coach, I've got it."
Well, brilliant decision by Adams Gave there, driving down. She could have looked at the rim instead. She saw shooters on the weak side, delivers nicely, and we are down to 12 with plenty of time back with the way the Kahu are defending these last few possessions.
Here we go. Margin was as high as 25.
And this is the issue when you slow down just a bit. Chagas.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Nard early, Chagas late, draining another triple, up to 19 points.
Just dousing the aspirations of the Kahu as Adams Gave a nice little putback.
And she's on the scoreboard with 3 now. 5, 2 for 2 from the field.
Chagas 19 in the game. Nard off to the Rosine. Slick work from the Queens.
A great delivery, a really hard roll by Nard there. Found the position underneath, and that is the 5th personal on Marta Grace. She is out now. Look at that delivery by Gustafsson. Grace just out of position. Flashes in late, takes away a short 2 to send Jamie Nard to the Rosine stripe. As we check out the free throw percentages from there. You don't want to say it, so I'll say it. She's 9 for 9.
She is 9 from 9.
Let's see if what this does to the commentator's curse.
Is that where you were going with that? Well, let's find out, shall we? As Jamie Nard steps up to the coloured stripe. Great shot. First one is good. 10 of 10 from the Rosine tonight for Jamie Nard. She gets back amongst it. 27 in the game. Has a look at the second, and nothing but net for Jamie Nard. 28 points.
Time of the essence for the Kahu.
Tapia wants it inside. She's surrounded, but somehow found a way to get a shot up. And that is heavy. Nard and Tapia.
Well, Nard's gone. Double foul called.
Well, you can hear Jamie Nard's response to that.
Talia Tapia also fouls out on that one if it's a double foul. That will be her 5th.
Well, you're spot on,
Look at the activity. What a fight down low. It's 2 players, and I don't know what Jamie Nard did exactly there.
Well, they're both out of the game. But it is a double foul called on Talia Tapia and Jamie Nard. You heard Nard's response.
Yeah, she's not happy with it. But to be brutally honest right now, that hurts the Queens more than it does the Kahu. Tapia has not been playing up to her normal level. Still had 8 points, 3 rebounds and assists, but Jamie Nard was leading the way. 28 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in this ball game, and neither player available for the final 3 minutes.
So 2 key players taking a seat. How good has Adams Gave been?
The game has changed since he's come back into it. The lead down to 13. Still enough time, but they have to get stops. They cannot let the Queens score if they want to seriously contest this victory.
And both teams in the bonus as well. Keep an eye on that. Here's Gustafsson. Steady, no, hands, good. Ledger Walker, off she goes. Reed, head down, draws the foul.
Kahu, Terrell Reed there gets away with a high elbow to the upper face region of Grace Hunter on the drive. But it's the body contact that draws the whistle. As you see great defense by Ledger Walker, shooting the gap there, and you see that contact there. I mean, Grace Hunter in position, possibly a 50-50 call, goes the way of the Kahu. Back to the Racine and a chance to dip into the 13-point deficit.
I think also the angle of the baseline official there just wouldn't have seen that arm raised up.
Tara Reid, 3 for 5 from the stripe now.
Chagas is the key for the Queens here. She's had a huge second half. Margin at 11, here she is.
13 points for Tara Reid now, second leading scorer for the Kahu.
She'll settle things down here for the Queens. Huge weekend in round 6 for the team from Wellington as Jacinta Beckley hard to the hoop.
And she counters the physicality and strength of the Adams Gave. They're using some quickness, putting the ball on the floor. You see how tightly she's covered, and she puts her head down, drives through. Adams Gave goes with the reach and gets pinged with the whistle because of that contact.
Important looks here. Beckley is 0 of 4 from the Racine tonight. 1 of 5 now.
Stretching that lead back to 12. What a contest.
2 timely baskets for Jacinta Beckley.
As she moves herself up to 12 points. Third leading scorer along with Elaine Gustafsson.
Michaela Cox had all the time in the world there in the end, and there's a bit going on behind the play here.
Adams Gave again creating the opportunity. Big board by Beckley.
Yeah, she's done some really nice things tonight, Jacinta Beckley. Here she is. And again, the Queens settle things down. Time's on their side. Everybody leaves. Stella Beck alone.
Oh, Gustafsson. She's been so influential on the glass. 12 points, 11 rebounds. That's her third offensive tallied. She has been pretty dominant on catches inside the painted area.
And how about life as a pro basketballer, as Tara Reid is also done for the game?
Foul number 5 for her. Solid effort, 13 points, 3 boards.
The Queens will take some quick showers after this one, and then they hit the road heading out to Taronga, where they take on the Phi tomorrow.
I'm glad they're driving, because the way the airport's been fogged in this week, it would be difficult to fly.
Inside the last 2 minutes. There's a foul.
Oh, 2 shots called on the shot. I thought that would have been on the floor regardless. It would have been free throws from the Racine.
How about that? Hot stuff. Truesdell coming in for Stella Beck, who's also fouled out tonight.
That is the 5th player to foul out of this ball game.
I think I said earlier on
about the whistles?
When the whistles were away, that we weren't headed for a repeat of Wednesday night's game when there was 50 fouls called. I hate to disappoint those who may have been counting along, but we're at 49.
I actually think we're at 50.
I think that was the 50th foul. Yeah.
Counting is sometimes my strong suit, especially when it's right after somebody else got it wrong.
I've gone too soon on a few things tonight. 12-point margin now, 90 seconds to play. What a win this would be for the Queens, and it would be the first loss of the season for the Kahu. Gustafsson, Beckley looks good off the hand.
Another rebound.
And they may get another trip back to the stripe.
They will.
They will.
Hammered on that one. As Jasmine Kelahifulu gets pinged with the foul, takes away the most likely 2, and picking up her 4th personal foul.
Well, you're in rare company tonight as a player if you're not in some sort of foul trouble, as Beckley makes the first.
Well, you can't take them home, so you might as well use them. Make somebody feel you just a bit.
Got a feeling that was the motto of your career, Casey Frank.
If I had him to go, I was going to use him up for sure. That's the fun part.
Cox can't get it to go. Berry.
Gave forcing the action, getting the offensive glass.
Heavy contact on the rebound. Berry coming over the top of Beckley. That one's gone unseen.
A bit of contact. Beckley apparently didn't close that space. Love the activity of Barry. She corralled the first one after Adams Gave got her hands on it, and then grabs another offensive rebound possession with the tip.
Kahu coming back late in this one. Ledger Walker with some space inside, off the backboard. There she is again, Adams Gave. Cox once more.
The trip by Grace Hunter will send her to the bench with her 5th personal foul as she fouls out of the ball game.
Join the team.
That is 3 players apiece now, unable to come back in the final 47 seconds.
Your thoughts on the Queens tonight, Case?
Clinical. I think their effort in all aspects of the physical game has been superb. They've shot the ball extremely well, moving without it, the unselfish play, but it's been all about their physical dominance on the glass to me. That's overcome some early turnovers. They had 20 turnovers in this ball game, because they have a 21 rebound advantage. That has enabled them to secure what will be a victory.
24 in the game for Michaela Cox tonight. This Florencia Chagas just has the ability to come up with massive baskets, which counts the most.
What a confidence booster for the Queens as well, to play this well on the road against the title favorites. Again. 17 points for her now. She has been influential off the bench. Turnover for the Kahu, and that'll wrap it up. Just 25 seconds in this one. What a performance. Chagas here drawing 2. The late hind by Crystal Ledger Walker does not affect the shot, and we'll see the Queens use up every inch of the shot clock now with a 15-point lead.
So just under 15 seconds to play in this one. Florencia Chagas is fouled. That's the 2nd time we've seen that tonight.
Oh, Beckley down, injured.
I don't know if it's an injury other than just running into Florencia Chagas and having a laugh about it.
Well, it's a bit. She's built tough. Takes that one there.
There's the foul on Berry, just cannoning into Chagas. And I think that Jacinta Beckley actually went over to help her up and just slipped over.
It's never good when that happens. You never want to fall down. But she has a good laugh about it, as you can when you're up 15.
Oh, absolutely. 19 in the game for Chagas tonight. Hard to believe she's only just turned 21.
That's impressive. She does not have the demeanor or the physicality of a player that short in the tooth.
Puts away a couple. In fact, she had barely been a week in New Zealand when she celebrated her 21st with her new teammates. 3 from 3 from the Resine for Florencia Chagas. Jacinta Beckley taking a break, and she can be well pleased with what she's done tonight.
What a performance by the Queens. Top to bottom, dominant. 18 points the final measure. The Kahu played well. They got tight at times. But all in all, this was a performance that was all class from the Queens.
Yeah, they got out to a hot start, didn't they, tonight? And they just continued to roll on with it. It's a big double. They've won 3 in a row now, the Queens. They moved to 6 wins and 4 losses on the season. And for that team right there, the Kahu, they are beatable, ladies and gentlemen. That's their first loss of the season. These two teams still have a game to come between them. Of course, the Final Four not too far away, August 26, 27 in Nelson. And no doubt, an absolute star tonight, the 21-year-old Argentinian Florencia Chagas. She's sidelined now with Brooke Rusco.
Yeah, he's right. You're an absolute star tonight. 3 wins in a row for your team. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, we're so happy. We play hard. Our game, we play together. We work hard for win this game, and I'm really happy and proud for my team and for our people to be good with us.
You should be as well. So you played well. Jamie Nard played really well. Your role players all chipped in as well. But you and Jamie Nard have this kind of combination at the moment. What's it like playing with her?
Yeah, Jamie is so nice. I played with her. We played nice together. But everyone, it's a really good team. We are also friends, so that's very, very important for us.
Well, you guys are going really well. You got another game tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow night, but congratulations on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Well, how about Florencia Chagas, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. She was muy caliente tonight, playing from the front, finding her teammates. With this in the basketball, I just love her demeanor on the court. Putting her head down, driving defensively, so active and setting the table for her teammates left, right, and center. She a defining performance along with Jamie Nard is what really drove this Queens team to victory. Gustafsson, Jacinta Beckley, solid in support, but Chagas once again the head of the snake.
There they are, the Queens, very happy with their performance tonight. Let's have a look at the stats from this one. Round 6 underway in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And have a look at that, great shooting from the Queens. But again, we point to those rebounds.
Well, the rebounds were the complete and total dominating factor of this one. Just 9 offensive for the Kahu. They're normally great in that department. Those 16-second chances, just when you combine that with that excellent shooting, just too much to overcome.
Let's have a look at the ladder after that big win for the Queens tonight. Home by 18. They move, well, they're still in second, but they've won 3 in a row, and that's impressive stuff. They're 6-4, the Kahu with their first loss of the season.
And they're not going to be able to catch them, but this confidence that this gives them coming into the postseason, to know that the armor can get dented, that they have weaknesses, what a boost for the Queens and the rest of the competition.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a big win for the Queens. Don't go too far away, though. 7:30 tonight, Tuatara up against the Saints. Can't wait for that one. Basketball at its best.
Well, time.